Hey everybody, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. You can see the Mac and half of Mike's new Lowboy behind me, and then here's the second half right back here. Today is going to be my first trip ever with Mike's new Lowboy. I'm pretty excited about it. We're gonna start this video off. Mike met me this morning. He kind of gave me a quick tutorial on how to use everything and then sent me on my way, and then we'll come back here and you guys can see my first hookup by myself, and then we're gonna go get the John Deere 120. If all that goes well, tomorrow is gonna be a huge day for the homestead. We've been talking about it for months. If it all goes good today, tomorrow, we're gonna finally make something happen. I'm very excited.
You ready, Captain? We got a brand new trailer.
I'm excited.
And they're gonna see your video before mine, but my first trip with this didn't go real smooth, so I'm hoping yours does. and there's no mirrors, so I think we got a chance. All right, I'm gonna give you the rundown. Got two levers.
Okay.
They're even labeled, arm down. Arm down, it controls this arm down here, which rests on this cross member we installed, which basically holds the neck up while you're disconnected.
Okay.
Okay. This right here is gooseneck up and down. This is what raises and lowers the entire bed.
Okay.
So back here you got two levers. This is your transport lock. These are both air operated. The air is off in the truck right now, so it's not gonna work. So if you pull that out, it'll suck these pins in.
Okay.
Which will allow the neck to actually go down. We'll demonstrate that here in a minute.
Okay.
This one here, you push it in, it pulls this main pin up. Before you pull that main pin up, this is the safety. This is probably the most important part of this whole thing, is before you take off down the road, is to make sure your pin's down, your safety's in.
How come that part's not labeled on the trailer though?
Well, okay. And you got to be a little bit careful, because Aaron the other day, you can pull this out too far and you think your safety's in, but it's just over here flopping and almost slaying. And that's definitely not a fully engaged safety. Okay. So if it's this whenever it's up against the washer, that's basically how you know it's in. Okay. So let me show you some settings on the back of the truck. Okay. All right, Captain, we got all kinds of knobs and switches back here. You ready? Yep. So this one here, these two here you probably won't mess with a whole lot. Okay. This one here turns the air ride suspension on or off. Okay. So if it's up, that means the actual air supply to the air ride is on. Okay. Okay. The only time you'd ever really use this is if you turn this to the off position, and you turn this over, it actually dumps all the air out of the air ride. Okay. So it'll lower the whole trailer down. So that's what those two do. This little switch right here, these are your cool little strobe flashing lights on the back. What? They're not going to be on right now because
the truck's off?
The parking lights have to be on.
Oh, gotcha.
But they do work. This one here, this trailer has two leveling valves. If you look right there in that bay, there's one on the right side, which is level right now. Oh, right there. That is what we're going to call highway transport mode. That is where you need to be running that. You look at the one closer to you, see how the arm's up? If you flip this switch, it'll switch over to that other leveling valve, and it'll raise the whole back of the trailer up 4 inches.
Until that one's leveled.
Until that one's leveled. Okay. There may not be enough area with the truck being off, but that's basically what that's going to do.
No, you can see it moving though.
Yep. So basically, if you get in a off-road situation, or if you need some extra height, you can switch this and gain yourself 4 extra inches right here in the back. Okay. I'm going to turn it back the other way. Lower back down that other one. Okay. This one here is your lift axle. This rear axle back here, whenever we don't need it, we can raise it up so it's not dragging the road. Gotcha. The best way I can tell you to do that is if you look at this gauge right here. Nope. See this gauge right here? Yeah. With the lift axle up, if it's showing over 45 psi, you need to put it down. Okay. That basically means that the rear tandems have over 34,000 pounds on them. I'm getting close. So we need some more axle. So we need some more axle to be able to scale. Okay. So basically that's a real simple flip it. You can see as weight comes off this axle, it starts climbing on the other. Gotcha. It'll take it a little while for it to settle out.
You can tell the secret load that's on here is pretty heavy because I can feel the trailer going down.
Let's see, this is going to be probably, I think this one's right around 50. Yeah, we're right around 50 pounds, which means we're too heavy on just our two tandems. So we need to engage the third axle to be legal.
Gotcha. That's pretty slick.
We're not going to use that third axle with the exception of the 2 dozers.
Yeah.
And maybe hauling cubes or something random. The excavators, the track hose. What I don't know is if we put the 120 and the skid steer up here, that may get us close to needing that third axle, but we have the option if we need it.
That's true, because you got deck all the way over your axles.
And the profile of this lowboy trailer, the reason why I bought this trailer is the transition from the neck up is very suitable for raising up. But you want to hook up and disconnect and reconnect one time so you know what's going on?
Yeah.
This is the phone call I'm going to get from Captain Kleeman one day.
Guaranteed.
Gotta remember to disconnect this stuff. And you need to tuck it away nice and pretty right down here so it don't get ran over.
Okay.
This is the worst part, right there. Okay. All right, one more step. Now this arm, you guys watch down there, we're gonna lower that down and we're just gonna rest on there. Right about there. Pull away. Now, when we go to hook this back up, you see it's got guides here.
Yeah.
It's really easy to get that pin back over top of that hole. What's a little bit difficult is you got to make sure you get the trailer square.
Okay.
Just by
So this is fairly easy to line up, but getting it square is what you got to really pay
making sure you
attention
got an equal distance. And I've already figured out the trailer will tell you if you're not square because the pin won't go in the hole.
Okay. Okay.
You also got to make sure you got the red lever and the truck pushed in so it holds that pin up. If I pull the red lever out right now, that pin will drop.
So it takes air pressure to hold it up. That way if you lose pressure, it's still engaged. Gotcha.
I'll show you real quick.
So in theory, you just do it in reverse?
Yeah, so you can kind of tell. This will tell you how square you are. See this gap right here?
Yeah.
Versus the gap on the other side?
Yep. I mean, they're pretty even.
Pretty even. So, that being said, I'm going to hit the red lever. That's the habit I can't break. Now that we're pretty square, we pull this.
Lock your pin back in.
Pin should fall right in the hole.
And you go for your safety.
Then if your safety goes and hits, you know you're good.
Okay.
Then we'll come over here. I always raise this arm up first because you just want it out of the way. Then we'll raise our neck up. Once we clear up here, push that in. Transport pins come back out.
Set it down on the pins.
Lower down the pins.
So just until it takes pressure.
It takes pressure. Can't forget to hook these back up.
Got your phone on you?
I do.
Good. Do anything important today?
I do.
Okay.
So I got you working.
Now, if you've been paying attention to Dirt Perfect's Instagram and Facebook page, you already know what was on that trailer that I couldn't show you guys. But I did promise him I wouldn't show anything on that piece of equipment until he showed it on his own channel, which will be August 10th. I can tell you that. He will have a video out on it, his first video on it, August 10th. So be sure you're staying tuned to Dirt Perfect's page. And the drop-off went fairly smooth this morning. The exciting thing is, now you get to watch my first hookup, and then we're headed to get the John Deere 120, and you guys can see me haul my first load with the new lowboy. I'm pretty excited. Okay, so this is what he was talking about earlier, about not being square with the trailer. See this gap right here on this side? See the gap on that side? I'm tight on this side. I got about a 1/4 inch over there. Okay. Well, so if it's good, then he said the pin should drop in, right? Which is that one. And if the pin's all the way in, then the safety will go in. Hey, okay, okay. Now we gotta lift this up, right? Until these pins clear. Plenty. And the pins come out. And then down gooseneck. Until they rest. Okay, okay. Well, let's just go through and double check everything's how it needs to be. No reason to get in a hurry right now. So the pin is all the way down. The safety is in. These are out and resting. That little lift arm is all the way up where it needs to be. Oh, see, this is why we double check. How embarrassing would that have been, huh? No lights, okay. No lights, no brakes. Let's go. We might drag trailer. If we do, I can just lift the gooseneck up. There we got it. Might pull over and shut the gates and we'll be on our way. Up on the headache rack and we'll see how backing with this trailer for the first time goes. It's got a lot longer wheelbase. Obviously the axles are all the way at the back as opposed to the other trailer. So I gotta leave this engaged because of the air features on the trailer. Just trying to learn here. Got the PTO on. So, step one, let's go up. Got our gap, pull our pins down. A little pressure off of it. Pin out. Hey puppy dog, come here. What do you say, pup? Oh, sugar boy. How are you? What do you think? You think I'm doing okay? And we gotta cut that down. Whoops. Just till it touches. Now in theory, should be good. Oh, sorry about that. Go. try, not bad. Let's see if the pin goes in like it's supposed to. Okay. Hookups are good. Safety pin is in, that pin's on. Both these are out where they need to be. Looks great. Got our 2 chains in the back, 2 chains here. Boom. I got this bucket down pretty good. And that one's pulled a little pressure. Not bad, that'll be fine. Check our gauge Mike was talking about. See, it's about 42 with the axle up. I'm gonna leave them up. On. Oh yeah, very cool. As far as centered up goes, that's probably about right with the boom. Maybe another foot that way. We'll see what Mike thinks. I'd say that's pretty close to right though. All right, let's hit the road. Getting ready to hop on the interstate. Figured I'd check chains before we get on the interstate real fast, just to make sure. Good. Good. That looks good. Hasn't moved. Did go ahead and drop that 3rd axle. Now that we're off the curvy roads, you can see what it did to the gauge there. There's a state trooper sitting up there too. Sitting on the overpass. Watching speeds, that's fine. That's what they're supposed to do. Looks like we're good to go. Oh yeah, turn that jake brake off, that helps. Mike said he would meet me at the market to go to our next spot. He said we'll be in the highway no matter how we do it. So he's gonna come along and I guess help block traffic. Sorry about the windshield, by the way. I know she's a little dirty. I had some cleaning wipes in here. You're not gonna believe this, they got used. So I need to go pick up some more cleaning wipes. I think I'm gonna get some glass cleaning wipes this time too to help with that windshield. Mike. There he is. Perfect. Okay. Well, we're not getting in there.
How was your trip?
It was fine. Tell him it was fun.
I see mostly everything's still attached.
Everything is still attached. I even remember to unattach these. It did pull nice. And I think it backs almost easier, honestly. Last thing we got to do is get the 140 loaded up, and then tomorrow, I already talked to him, we are good to go on what is showing up tomorrow.
Captain backing out with the last load of the day. Looks like everything survived. Got brakes dragging a little bit. He's still building there in the trailer, but that's all right. I'm sure as he's mentioned, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to it, the new trailer, but I think we're going to like it before she's all said and done. Sounds like his maiden voyage went way better than mine, so that's always good. Quick word of advice, keep an eye on your fuel gauge.
Keep an eye on my fuel gauge.
I know a guy.
Also, I feel like we're driving by sound now. You know what I mean? Like we're just listening for the sound of the pavement. Okay.
See ya.
See ya. Thanks, Mike.
Captain.
Definitely some learning curves today, but it is my first time ever pulling this type of trailer. Definitely have to start remembering I gotta leave enough room when I get somewhere to pull the tractor far enough that I can actually get the piece of equipment off the trailer. I have to remember to be as straight as possible when backing up to that trailer. It helps get that pin locked in, but we did play around with it a little bit loading up the 140 there. I don't know if you noticed, I was a little off center and having trouble getting the pin in. So we just picked the trailer up and set it back down on the ground, and that brought it over enough the pin was able to engage, and we were able to lift it up and get everything locked in and take off. We were good to go. It does track a little bit further over behind the truck whenever we're following a curve on a highway or a road, obviously, than the other trailer. I mean, the axles on the other trailer are probably right about here in the length of it. Overall, the length is about pretty similar, but the axles are all the way in the back. So that's going to change the way it follows the truck, but nothing that I can't get used to. We'll be fine with that. I'm not worried about it at all, really. Overall, pretty good day for my first time hauling that style of trailer. I think it went pretty smooth. Definitely some learning curves there, but I do love learning new things, and I definitely welcome the challenge. I think a lot of people are right in what they said, that that'll probably be the primary trailer that Mike and I pull equipment with. It's just easier to load and offload and chain down, as simple as that. And as soon as I figure out the little tips and tricks to getting hooked up and unhooked easier, that's gonna be our go-to. Don't get me wrong, that other trailer he has, there's gonna be jobs where that's the only trailer we can get in and out of there. But, you know, it's got two trailers, multiple options, and with that one, he can also haul bigger equipment. So that's kind of exciting to see what the future brings as far as the equipment he gets in the future. You guys get that. Enough of this. It was a great day. Let's make it even better. We'll head up to the homestead. Here's my concern. Okay.
All right, ready? Oh God. Okay. See?
Well, it went better than I expected.
Right?
I'm not. So Clint is letting me borrow his Woodland Mills HM122. So what we've come to realize is Clint has a, what's your tractor, a 3032?
It's a 3032E, yes.
Yeah, and he set it on there with that, and well, we're just not sure. I can't imagine that the worst thing that happens is really going to be that bad. You know what I mean?
This is the most expensive part of the entire sawmill, right? I don't see us being able to pick that up. You can't pick it up by that either.
No, you can't.
No. So.
I bet we could slide it down to the end.
Uh-huh.
You know, people are going to be really surprised that I didn't think this through.
I know I am. I really expect you to have the forks here. I did. I was full, yeah. I was fully invested in, he's ready for this.
It's not like you gave me a week's notice.
Here we go. Quick, fast, jerky mode.
We're going to hit the yard over here on the fender.
Oh, okay.
We're going to have to.
The boards still need to move. Hang on. Brought the boards. Okay, it doesn't slide that way. All right. Clear. All right. Is that gonna? Okay.
Oh yeah, she's going. Here's your camera.
it needs to be, hit that seat, yeah, get that seat, that sweet spot. I'll spit it out. All right. So far, I'm not concerned. Now I'm a little concerned. Hey, can you know, like, right? Oh man, it's, yeah. Hey, we need to figure out. So you probably ought to set this up so that whenever we get it, we can just set it on there and then we don't have to mess with it again.
You know what's amazing to me?
I love amazingness.
Not only did you bring Sawmill,
Right.
you brought logic.
I brought great ideas.
We can use a few of those around here.
Is that?
Well, let's go right here then.
Okay. I mean, I don't care. You tell me. I'm here to help, man.
No, I think you're right. I think this makes most sense. And this is probably the most level because I.
Yeah, and it's going to take less to level it up.
Yep.
So. Ta-da! We moved it. Because I know that that is a very precise piece of equipment.
Buddy,
Again.
I could sell this machine on eBay,
Mm-hmm.
pay off my house.
What do you owe? $38 on your house?
Shut up. Take the camera.
Oh, my Lanta. All right, here comes a sweet spot again. Good, go ahead. Oh, oh, we'll do it again. Right, eat nice and smooth, nice and smooth. That's okay.
I'm more worried about it tilt forward.
Hey, well, no.
You made that to be so dramatic. Little black bear.
Okay, so notable things. You ready?
Okay.
One. See how these have absolutely zero cut marks in them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Zero cut marks. Okay. That one doesn't have any.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
All the way down through there.
Yeah.
Right? Not a single cut mark.
Is this our rental agreement?
I'd really like to keep it that way.
Okay.
Whenever you set it up, take a string and hook it down here and go all the way down there and do the same thing. And that would be the easiest way. Make sure it's level first and then run you a string down through there. And that would be able to tell you, okay, I need to crank these two up or whatever.
Level from side to side.
Level side to side.
And then string
this
line.
way. Yeah.
Okay.
Because if not, you're going to start cutting, and if it's sitting downhill, then okay, you get to the end and you're like, whatever, you grab your board, it vibrates a little bit, you turn around, you go over here, and it done took off and slammed down to the other end.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So that's from experience. Your water, you want it to just drip, like just drip. You don't want a steady stream. You don't want it to just drip, because if you have it as a steady stream, it's going to get too wet and all this is going to slip. Because
Okay.
you're going to have so much soapy water all up inside there.
Gotcha.
Also, you want to use soapy water. So, right.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter.
Would you-
know, dial or not dial, like Dawn dish soap,
Okay.
something like that. That would be okay. I
How
ran
much-
some car wash soap in there.
How much you talking? Like, what's your ratio here?
Like a cap full in the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So not really a lot.
Just
at
a
all.
little bit.
Yeah.
What kind of tension you want on this one?
25 or 30 foot-pounds is what I have on them.
Okay.
I've been running at 25, and then I started cutting into hickory, and it walked a lot. Whether it was me or if it was the hickory, I don't know. So I tightened it up a little bit, and it was a lot better. So
I'm doing 30.
yeah. Turn your gas on, and then you can choke it a little bit. Let's try it again. Choke's over here, my bad. Choke's over here, so that's
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Started pretty easy.
yeah, it starts pretty easy. Yeah.
He suggested leaving it how it is, mill a couple junk logs up that I don't really care about all too much. And then what we're gonna do, we'll take the slab, what we mill off that, put underneath here, give it a more secure footing, a stronger footing underneath, and then we can get it all string lined out, get it all leveled up, get it planed out, and then we can start getting into the logs that we want to get into, because we're going to use that material to build the chicken coop / goat barn, to use the planks on the timber bridge, and to build a shelter house down at the pond projects. We're just going to mill the shelter house kit up and then store it until we're ready for it. But that's kind of the plan. That's what we're looking to do. So a lot of very, very cool content coming up. Like we talked about, pond repair videos coming up at the end of August. The sheep's foot roller is already up here. And after I mill that tomorrow, I'm headed down to start doing the rough end plumbing on the YouTube yacht project. So lots of good stuff coming up. Hopefully next week, we'll be back on 2 videos a week, Thursday and Sunday again. So I'm pretty excited about it.
This is huge for the homestead, and we are very, very excited about this opportunity. Clint said we can use it through September, which is going to be amazing, and that gives us plenty of time to get all of the milling projects done that we want to get done. A lot of learning done in this video. Like I said, I think we'll come to absolutely love that new trailer, the Dirt Perfect bot. I know we'll come to love this sawmill. And I hope you guys come to love this channel, because we have lots of great content coming up soon. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.